move to this side, so this way we can get the sisters on the other side, inshallah. Can you share the screen now? Huh? Oh, wow. Can we ask the sisters to come down, inshallah? Huh? Yes. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's the candy for those who's going to answer. We have candy for you. I mean, can you come closer a little bit? I mean, why are you, I'm like scaring you or something? Huh? I won't buy it. Sisters, come down this way, inshallah. Brothers, if you can come this way and face me, because if you face this way, you're going to be looking at the sisters. And that is not nice. I know you don't intend to look at them, but you're setting yourself up to look at them somehow. Yeah? You're still looking at the sisters. You come this way. Come this way. Brothers in the back, come this way. You're still looking at the sisters. I know you don't intend to look at the sisters, but you're setting yourselves up to look at the sisters. So we have 100 questions. I will have also questions for 7 and under. Who's 7 years and under? 7 years and under, or 8 years and under. Who is? Can you stand up? 7 and under? Stand up. 7 years and under, can you stand up? So everybody is above 7 years old? Wow. No 7 years old here? 8? What about 8? What about 10 and under? Okay, we're just going to have to include you in the... do we have 8 and under with the girls? No? Okay. So we're going to have just one quiz today for everybody. I actually designed it for the younger ages too. We have an exam for the younger ages, but we're just going to have to go with one age group today. So the first question, is it true or false? Iman, do we know what Iman is? What does it mean, Iman? No, the English, this is Arabic. Iman is an Arabic word. What does it mean in English? What is the equivalent in English? You guys don't know what Iman in English is? Say? Huh? Faith. Here you go. So Iman in English means faith. Faith. Can you say that? Faith. Faith. Iman in English means faith. طيب. Iman, which is faith, only exists in the heart and is not affected by actions. Raise your hand if you know the answer. Yes. Huh? Why is it false? So sins affect your iman. When you commit a sin, it affects your iman. What does it do to your iman? Makes it lower, decreases it. So iman goes up and what? Down. طيب. Good job. If you answer 5 questions, you will get a lollipop. We have 100 questions, so this is one already for you. The next question for the sisters, true or don't look at the sisters, Unais. Look at me. True or false? Iman increases with acts of worship and decreases with sins. I kind of said that a minute ago. Okay, yes? Is it true? It is true. So when you commit good deeds, your iman what? Goes up. And when you commit sins, your iman what? طب, can I ask you a question? How do you know what are the symptoms that your iman is down? That's not included here. What are the symptoms that your iman is down?
By not praying.
No, the symptoms. How do you know your iman is down? Yes. When you feel guilty. Yeah, that's good. When you sin, yeah. When you sin and feel guilty, yes. But without sinning, can you give me some symptoms of your iman is down? Yes. Yes, you feel coldness. The name of Allah is mentioned in front of you and you just don't. But there are other major signs, like what? Yes. Yeah, can you come this way? Come closer here. I can't hear you. Come closer, come closer. I won't bite you, man. Come on. Man, these guys are like. So say again now. Yes, with Allah. Good job. Good job. Excellent. طيب, other symptoms? You want to say something? Yeah, you feel that laziness. Yes. But there is another big sign that you feel anxiety, that you feel insecure. You feel like everything can be threatened to you when your iman is down. Because a part of iman is security. Allah gives you security. When you have strong iman, you feel secure. You got that? So when you feel yourself like irritated, like somebody steals it, you get angry quickly, you get upset quickly. All of these are signs of what? Low iman. Low iman. You have to do what? You have to work on that. طيب, next question. Again, we're still true or false. Saying the shahada is enough even if a person never prays or obeys Allah. The sisters were, okay, the brothers, yes. False? Why is it false? Are you sure about that? Oh man, you're a good man. You see, this is how the angel in the grave is going to test you. He's going to make you confused. He's going to say, who's your Lord? You're going to say, Allah. Oh, you're not sure about that. Are you sure about that? Yeah, that's how you're going to be tested in the grave. He's not going to be nice to you. Man, you get a lollipop without 5 questions. What's your name? Huh? What? Baz? Sorry about that. How do you spell it? Huh? Mu'adh. Mu'adh ibn Jabal. MashaAllah. That's excellent. Mu'adh was a very knowledgeable companion. He used to be a faqih. All right. So we are at what number now? Number 4. Sisters, True or false? Iman includes belief in the heart, speech of the tongue, and actions of the limbs. No, we need someone else. Huh? Why is it true? Why? Because yeah, that's قول وعمل يزيد وينقص. But the answer is correct. But you're not going to get a lollipop because you didn't answer the extra. Okay, number 5, brothers. True or false? A person's iman can grow stronger by seeking knowledge and doing good deeds. Yes. Oh, no way. Just that? Are you sure? Oh, you're not sure. Are you sure? You are? Okay, you get a lollipop. Nice. Good job. Yeah, we thought we were going to have younger groups. The people online, by the way, Ibrahim, did you post that question for the people online? If you're online, you can answer that and send it. We'll grade you, and we'll send you a lollipop by mail if you answer the quiz correctly. What number are we? Number 6. That goes to the sisters. Tawheed can take root even in the heart filled with arrogance and blind pride. Who's going to answer that? So you can plant Tawheed in your heart. Remember when we talked about the soil, the earth? If the soil has poisonous weed, has rocks, can you plant something there? What is the equivalence of rocks and thorns? Pride and arrogance. Can you plant Tawheed in your heart with blind and arrogance? Who's going to answer? Okay, yes? No, the one behind you. You answered one question. Yes? You can? You cannot? What else you cannot have there for the tree to be planted beside that? One major thing that I shared with you last week. Anybody from this side? One major thing can prevent you from planting the tree. Say? Rocks, this is a regular tree, but I'm talking about your heart. Say? Yes, blindly following your ancestors. Like the people who are born into families who are not Muslims. And the person is exposed to the truth, and yet he prefers his ancestors' beliefs over the truth. And the Quran always talks about that the people will always object the messengers through their blind following of their parents or ancestors. طيب, number 7, before planting Tawheed, the heart must be cleansed of spiritual poisons like arrogance and self-admiration. Yeah, that's true. We can answer that. Blindly following inherited beliefs without reflection strengthen the tree of Iman in your heart. False. Yeah, this kind of, no lollipops for this stuff. This is easy. The trunk of the tree of Tawheed represents submission, sincerity, and love. Think about that question. Yes. You're not, are you sure? You're not sure. I can see it in your eyes. You're not sure. You are? You are sure? Okay. So remember we said if the root of the tree is strong, what happens? A stem, or we call it a trunk, grows, right? What makes the trunk grows? You remember what makes the trunk grows? Submission. What is submission? Pray. سمعنا وأطعنا. I'll pray 5 times. Wear your hijab. I'll wear my hijab. Do this, do that. That trunk grows. But remember, you have to do this with sincerity. Otherwise, you're going to have a trunk, although it could look good, but it's hollow from inside. Some wind will break it. Because you want a trunk that is what? Solid. Interior and exterior. You see, the interior is your sincerity, your truthfulness, your love for doing it. That makes it what? Strong. But doing something because it's habit, some people pray because it's habits. Because my father told me to pray. So you're going to end up with a trunk. Yes, you have it. But it will have what? Hollow from inside, cavity, empty. Strong wind will break it. You got that? طيب. Number 10. Certainty in faith starts with reason and ends with complete submission. If you're going to answer that question, I need you to explain that. Certainty in faith starts with reason and ends with complete submission. Whoever is going to answer that question is going to explain it. Was it the... Okay, go ahead. False. It is false? Were you here last week with us? Remember when we talked about the tree? If you want to plant the tree, you must first what? Clean. But on what basis are you going to plant the tree? Anybody remember that? Anyone else remembers that? Nobody? Huh? No, what I'm saying here, faith, the tree of Tawheed, when you plant it, you begin with reason. You know what reason means, right? Do you guys know what reason means? What? What does it mean, reason? Logic, another word. So do we begin believing with logic? Yes or no? Actually, in Islam, yes. Unless if you want to blindly just follow. But Islam doesn't encourage that. I given you the resemblance of this is in the Trinity. You know the Trinity, they tell you 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 1. Those are 3 entities. They have 3 entities. Each one of them has different functionality, functions. But yet, they try to convince you it's still one thing. But does it make sense to you? Is it logical? It is not.
So basically, reasoning is choosing which seat to play.
Well, what I meant by reasoning here, any of the girls know what I'm talking about here? Remember when I told you that Iman begins with knowledge? And normally, if you're talking to an atheist, do you guys know what an atheist means? Someone who does not believe in God completely. You can't tell him Allah said. Right? If somebody doesn't believe in Allah, can you go and tell him the Quran? He's going to tell you, I don't believe in God. You're telling me He said, I don't believe He exists to begin with. So you have to use what? Reason. To prove to him that there is a God. So what did we say last week to establish that there is a God? And these are Quranic arguments. We don't use Greek philosophy or Roman stuff. We use Quranic arguments. You remember the 2 arguments? You don't remember that? Man, I was talking to myself then. What are the two arguments? You look around you, there is a creation. I tell you, here is a good scenario for you. Imagine yourself in a desert. Envision yourself in a desert. And you ate all the food you have. You drank all the water you have. You ran out of water and food. And there is no way out of this desert. And you're starving to death. You're so thirsty. You're dying from thirst. You're dying from hunger. To the extent that you lost your consciousness, you became unconscious. Then you open your eyes like this, and you found a tray that has biryani, that has juice, mango, oranges, fruits. Right? It has nice chicken karai. You can tell I'm hungry. Huh? At least before you eat, shouldn't you say, who brought this? I'm sorry. Yeah, I know you're hungry. Right? But at least shouldn't you ask, who brought this? The same thing, you came into this world, you were born into this world, you found the sun. Man, I need that sun for the heat, for the light. You found the moon. Shouldn't you ask, who brought this? Right? Come on, shouldn't you ask? That's the reason. So now when you're going to ask, the Quran tells you, well, you have two choices. Whether this world created itself or whether it came out of nothing. Do you accept those like the Trinity? Do you accept those two arguments? Come on, answer me. Do they make sense to you? Unless if you're going to blindly make something like the people who believe in evolution and Darwin and all that stuff. They blindly, by the way, believe in that stuff. But it doesn't make sense to them. And they refuse to blindly believe in Allah. Instead, they believe in some theory that a human being came up with, which is a funny thing. So shouldn't you ask who made this? That's the reason. So there must be what? A creator. What is the Quranic argument? Anybody knows the verse in the Quran? Nobody? أم خلقوا من غير شيء أم هم الخالقون. What chapter is that? Come on, guys. It's like, subhanAllah. It's like, you guys come here for the pizza, is that it? Huh? We're just going to, we can deliver pizza to your house. We can do that. CMCC can do that. Come on. Were they created out of nothing or did they create themselves? So that's the first argument. That's the first reason. This is called what? Logic. But listen, I'm not using Greek logic. I'm not using Platon, Socrates, all these crazy guys. No, Muslims do not do that. I'm using Quranic what? Logic. Logical arguments from the Quran. But what is the other thing that you produce out of this? Is the creator equals or equal the created? Can the creator and what he created be at the same level? Yes or no? No way. No, that doesn't what? Sometimes I come and say, "What? This is the book that you guys are studying, right?" Oh, guys, I authored that book. It's a natural thing. I did that book.
Is that verse Surah 2 or Surah Al-Nariyah?
At-Tur. Yes. Did I say that yet? I made a mistake then. Huh?
That's correct.
Yeah, At-Tur. طيب. Is the creator equal to the created? No. This is also a Quranic argument. Where do we find that? Surah Al-Nahl, chapter called Al-Nahl. أَفَمَنْ يَخْلُقُ كَمَنْ لَا يَخْلُقُ. Is the one who creates equal to the one who's being created? So obviously you're not going to worship someone who is what? The God that you want to worship, he's not what? He's not created. He's not part of the creation either. Or like the people who believe in entities like the sun, the moon, the idols, they develop something else beside that. They say, oh, we don't believe in it, but God the Spirit of God is inside them. Look at the crazy thing. Like they tell you, oh, we don't worship the idols. The Arab had that issue. The Arabs in Mecca, when the Prophet confronted them with this, oh, we don't worship Lat wal Uzza wa Manat. No, at all. But we believe that God incarnate, Allah comes inside them. The Spirit of God inside them. Come on. No. That is why we believe that. That's why the question, where is Allah? Where is Allah? Where is Allah? If you tell me He's everywhere, then you're conforming all these false beliefs. If it's everywhere, okay, guys, God came here, so I'm going to worship my book. Oh, He's everywhere. That means He could be inside this, so I'm going to worship this. Right? But He's where? ظاهر. هو الظاهر. الظاهر. He's above His creation. But He hears and He sees us. I know you're saying He's everywhere. You want to tell me that He sees everything, and I know that. But He doesn't have to be. You see, you're trying to measure God based on your human capacity, but God is not like that. You see, for me to hear you, I have to be what? You're getting that. So this is all what? We call this all what? Reason, that you make sense of things. Things make sense to you. It's not a blind. You're not believing blindly. Islam actually teaches that you don't embrace blind beliefs. No, you don't. So when you begin with that, you plant the tree, the root of the tree. Built on this is a strong root. What is the problem now that they send some missionary to Africa, to Muslims? They have no clue about their belief system. Some guys who trained here in Colorado, in this area, they go to Africa and they make Muslims doubt because they don't believe that stuff, although it's a Quranic thing. So when you base your faith, your belief on firm, very hard to move you. They can't shake you. They cannot shake you. So the statement is correct. It's not false. The brother with the glass, what's your name? What's your name? Abdul Ghaffar? The statement is true. You begin with reason, and when you build on that reason, but man, I gotta worship this God. Then you build what? Submission. So the statement is correct. You don't get no lollipops. Did you get one? You answered other questions, we'll give you one. But this one, no. All right. Sisters, don't look at the sisters, man. Eyes on me. Why are you looking at the sisters? Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. You're looking at the sisters? Astaghfirullah. Look at the sisters. Astaghfirullah. Self-conceit. Is that good English? Conceit, right? Ujb. That you admire yourself is a sign of a heart ready for Tawheed. False. Why is it false? Because when you admire yourself and what you believe, I come to you and say, oh, that stuff is, I know better. You know. Okay, you get a lollipop. I'm going to throw the lollipop at the sister. I hope you're not going to follow the lollipop to look at the sisters. All right, here you go. Sorry. All right, number 12, the brothers, the declaration of faith, La ilaha illallah, begins with affirming Allah's oneness before rejecting false gods. Think first. True or false? No collective answer. Raise your hands. Yes? True. Told you to think. I told you to think. Maho, remember the reason? Remember the subject of the reason. You concluded that there is a creator. And this creator is not in the creation. So first, before you believe in this creator, you have to reject what? Because you have people around you who already embrace Jesus to be God. Other people embrace the sun to be God. Other people embrace the moon to be God. Some people, they worship the donkey, Baal. There was a nation who worshipped the donkey. It's called the Baal. It's between a donkey and a horse. A mixture of a donkey and a horse. Some people worship the tree. Imagine this, a tree. Shaitan used to come and speak to them from that tree. So they said, this is God. So for you, before you affirm that you believe in Allah, you have to what? That's also part of what? The cleansing of the heart. Now if you place the root of the tree, while you're still believing that Jesus can be God, the tree can be God, the moon can be a God, what will happen to the root of the tree? It will rotten. The root will rotten, or at least will be what? Will be very weak. And the tree will be what? How's our tree doing outside? It's doing good? Yeah? Still alive? Alhamdulillah. Okay, you guys got that? So first you have to do what first? You have to negate, and that's why. What's your name now? Huh? Amin. Look what we say. La ilaha. No God. First, you have to say that. People are going to come to you, believe Jesus is God. No. Astaghfirullah. No. The moon is. So, no. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. The sun.
No.
Say like you mean it.
No.
Okay. Why illallah? I believe in Allah. So before you believe in Allah, you have to what? Reject. Can someone tell me a verse in the Quran that states that? It comes right after the greatest verse of the Quran. Subhanallah, after Allah reveals to you Himself through His names and attributes. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa al-hayyul qayyum la ta'khudhuhu sinatun wa la nawm. 19 attributes of Allah are mentioned. Brothers in the back, are you? Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. You're distracting him. You want to learn. He's here to learn. You want somebody to entertain you? Come here, I'll entertain you. Take a lollipop and sit out there. Take it with the right hand. What's your name? Yaqub. You want one? Sherry? Okay, pick up the Sherry. I don't know what she's the Sherry. Hurry up, so come on. Don't be picky. All right. Good man. What's your name? Oh, Yusuf. All right. Okay. Let's move to fill in the blanks because I have 30 questions here. Or let's go to the multiple choices. What is the proper Islamic definition of Iman? Believe in the heart only, meaning you have a root of the tree only. Now, believe in the heart is the root of the tree. I want you to always think at Iman, envision Iman to be a tree. To have the root only, oh, I believe there is a God, that's it. I'm 100%. Tab, let's pray. Oh, I'm a little bit busy, but I'll think about it. Some people do that, right? Some people do that. Is that Iman? No, that's incomplete. So believe in the heart only. Okay, some people, okay, I haven't finished yet. Or some people believe in the heart and they come to you, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. And you never see them in the masjid afterwards. He never prays, he never fasts, he never does anything. He never believes speech and action combined. Worship without beliefs. Which one? Okay, you. What C says? Combine. 3. The root, the trunk, and the branches. Well, the tree has 3 parts. That's why the Prophet used the tree. The Prophet used the palm tree in particular, by the way, the palm tree. Why the palm tree? Because the branches of any other trees, you find them going sideways. But when Allah described the tree in the Quran, He said what? The branches go up. وَفَرْعُهَا فِي السَّمَاءِ. You'll see the palm tree, اللي هو النخيل, goes up. How does Iman increases? How does Iman increase? Through sins and laziness, through good deeds and sincere worship, by ignoring religious obligation, through wealth and popularity. Girls, sit down, sit down. Guys, come on. Okay, girls, yes. You. Me? Who? Don't say B or A or C, just say it. Through what? And, mashallah, good job. Did I give you a lollipop already? No? There you go. Good job. Don't look at, hey, look at the sisters. Mu'adh, what's going on? How does Iman increases? We got that. Which of the following causes Iman to decrease? Reading the Quran. Let me read the question for you. Reading the Quran and praying regularly, committing sins and neglecting duties, making dua and fasting, giving charity and seeking knowledge. Okay, the lollipop, you went back there. Come up here, come up here. What is the answer? B. What does it say B? Somebody told you B. What does it say B? Give me that lollipop back. No, I'm just kidding. Yes. Committing sins and neglecting duties. Okay. Hey, give it to him. Give it to him, please. Okay. Which of the following is one of the components of Iman? Speaking only, praying only, attestation of the heart, inheritance. Huh? What? Is it, do you see it assertion? Or did I write it assertion? It's called attestation. Attestation. Do you know what attestation means? Anybody knows the equivalent in Arabic to attestation in English? There is another term, one word. Huh? يعني you're very close. تصديق. 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 That you believe Allah exists. You believe there are angels. You believe there is a day of judgment. You don't even question it. That's why we call this what in Islam? That's what this part of the religion we call it what? Aqidah. You know why we call it Aqidah? Huh? You know when you tie a piece of cloth and you end up with a knot? That's Aqidah. That knot in Arabic is called Uqdah. 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 That's where the term Aqidah is coming from. Something that you already what? I need a piece of cloth. Yeah, bring me another one. That will do. Bring it. Yeah, no, this one, bring it. But I want something that I can pull hard. Look at this. That's your tasdeeq. See that knot here? That's your tasdeeq. Right here. But it has to be strong. Because you did it on reason, logic. Why it's called a knot? Because you never untied. You got that? I'm done with that. I'm never going to question that. I'm never going to untie this to research it again. That's why it's called tasdeeq, attestation. Attestation. Good? Who answered that question? But he said assertion, which is very close. MashaAllah. You get no lollipops. You got one already? No? No, you answered many questions. Here you go. Iman can be best compared to which of the following examples? A rock that never changes, a tree that grows or withers based on care, a river that flows only once, a shadow that always disappears. Okay, go ahead. Why Iman resembles a tree? Because of these three parts. The root, the attestation, the trunk, the submission, the obedience, and the fruits, the branches. You got one already, right? Okay, what time does Isha come, Daniel? So we still have like 20 minutes? Okay. Let me go to fill in the blanks. It looks like these multiple choices are easy. By the way, that quiz is online under the video. You'll find the link under the video if you want to answer it and send us the answer. Fill in the blanks. Iman increases with and decreases with. Who? Sisters? Can we have one? Don't look at the, oh nice. Why are you looking at the sisters, man? Yes. What makes your Iman increases and what makes your Iman decreases? Yes, Liane. Huh? Somebody's playing something in the masjid. Yeah, go ahead. Increases with worship and decreases with sins. The term that is used, obedience and disobedience, that's more generic. When you obey and when you disobey. When you obey, your Iman what? When you disobey, your Iman what? طيب, Iman includes belief in the speech of thee and actions of thee. Yes. Believe in the heart, the mouth, the speech of the mouth. There is another limb in the mouth that speak. If I take out your tongue, can you speak? The speech of the tongue, actions of the limbs. Actions of the limbs, that would include what also? The heart. Remember when I said that when you act without intention, without sincerity, without love, without truthfulness, you're going to end up with a trunk that is hollowed. طيب. The space of the heart refers to loving, fearing, and relying on Allah. What of the heart? What kind of actions? We said Iman is what? Actions of the heart, actions of the tongue, actions of the limbs. طب example of actions of the tongues. What do you, can you give me example of actions of the tongue? No, we're saying good things. Iman, we're talking about Iman, so we should be in the positive side, not in the negative side. Can you tell me how do you express your Iman with your tongue? Yes? Saying the Shahada. What else? What I'm doing right now, I'm teaching Islam, right? Dhikr, like you mentioned, reciting the Quran, reading my book, right? Good? Why are you raising your hand?
I want to answer.
So the following refer to of the heart refers to loving, fearing, and relying on Allah. What is that? Simple, guys. What? No, you can only do this with your heart. I think you're mixed up between attestation and actions. Those are two different things. Attestation is tasdeeq. That's the foundation that you must have. So now, when you learn that there is a God, Allah, and He created me for a test in this world, and one day I'm going to die, and I will be raised up again, and He will question me about what I did with my life. And the end result of this test or questioning will be what? Whether Jannah or whether what? Jahannam. So that attestation, what does it do to your heart? Awakens the heart. Man. So that lying that I've been doing, Allah is going to ask me about it. So that cheating I was doing all the time, I'm going to be asked about it. Man, and the end result is going to be hellfire. So the heart begins what? Fear, hope, love. You know, let me work on this. Let me repent. Astaghfirullah. Oh Allah, forgive me. So on the basis of your attestation comes in what? The second part of the heart, which is the action of the heart. The action of the heart and the attestation are two different things. Yes, they are two functions of the heart. But one is another layer. They are layered. You got that? Does this make sense in English, Daniel? Yeah, layer. It's like, this is what, you know the attestation, the attestation is like what? You know when somebody is unconscious and the doctor goes and he brings the, that when they do that to someone who's, so the attestation gets your heart to do that. Oh, gotta wake up. Man. And especially when you're getting old and you're running out of time and you've done so weird stuff. This is all actions of the heart. You begin loving Allah. I love you, Allah, you woke me up before I die. Oh Allah, forgive me. I'm going to rely on you, oh Allah, so that you can take my hand to do the right thing with the rest of my life. So these are actions of the heart. But what triggered the actions of the heart? What? Attestation, tasdeeq of what? Of the 6 articles of faith. What are the 6 articles of faith? Believe in Allah, angels, books, messengers, day of judgment, and qadr. One of the major causes of decreasing iman is committing repeated, yes, sins. Good job. You didn't finish your lollipop. The highest form of iman is experienced when belief becomes what? Becomes what? Yes. Huh? Living reality. Living reality. Your iman goes through 3 levels. The first is knowledge based. The second is eye, seeing based. The third, living it. Okay, I tell you, look at this now. I have a phone behind my back. You didn't see me doing this, but I just came to you like this and I said, guys, I have a phone behind my back. So what reason will you try to make to believe me? Oh, this is the Imam of the Masjid. I don't think he's what? Shame on him if he lies. Or you know what? This person I never experienced in life before. He always tells the truth. So based on that, you say, what? I believe you. So this is knowledge-based what? Certainty or belief or reality. The same thing, by the way, happened with who? With the Prophet ﷺ when he was asked to disclose or proclaim the message. What did he do? He went to a mountain in Mecca called the Safa. That's where the mountain the people go, Safa and Marwa, right? And he said, what if I tell you that there is an army behind this mountain about to attack you? Will you believe me? What did they say to him? What did they say to him? Yes. Why? We never experienced you lying. ما عهدنا عليك كذبا. We never experienced you lying. That's why we're going to believe you. So you believe based on what? On knowledge. But you want to upgrade that. You want to upgrade that. So I show you the phone. Now you believe me. So this is what? This is the second level, which is what? Seeing based belief. And who made that request? There is a messenger, a prophet who made that request. Musa and another one. وَإِذْ قَالَ إِبْرَاهِيمُ رَبِّ أَرِنِي كَيْفَ تُحْيِي الْمَوْتَى. Ibrahim asked Allah, oh Allah, can you make me see how do you raise the dead? Don't think that Ibrahim doubted, no. But Ibrahim believed based on what? Knowledge. But he wanted to upgrade to what? But when you see it, like Musa, Allah spoke to Musa alayhi salam from behind a veil. Imagine he heard Allah speaking to him, subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Musa wanted what? Rabbi arini andur ilayk. Oh Allah, make me see you. That's the second level, seeing based. Now what is the third level? That I give you the phone and you mess around with it. This is what? Haqqul yaqeen. Living reality. Now you're living with the phone. So the highest form of iman is experienced when belief becomes what? Reality. And those three are mentioned. Ilmul yaqeen, Aynul yaqeen, Haqqul yaqeen. There is another way to name them. Islam, Iman, Ihsan. Whatever you want to choose. Islam, that you worship Allah based on some knowledge, but you never had a reason. Iman, that's when you what? You begin really what? Living, the heart is engaged. Ihsan, that you worship Allah as if you see Allah. The tree of what grows only in soil that is cleansed of arrogance and spiritual disease. The tree of what? Iman. Can we call it another name? What? The tree of what? Huh? Tawheed. Iman or Tawheed. You can use alternate between the two, by the way. Got you. What means blind imitation of forefathers without evidence? What is that? Yes? Huh? Yeah, blindly following. I don't know what that word is. You can come up with any word. The trunk of Tawheed is formed by the trunk, not the root. What makes the trunk of Tawheed? Submission, obedience. Every time you pray, every time you fast, every time you obey Allah, you build a trunk, which is going to carry the branches and the fruits. But again, you have to do this with what? It has to come from the heart. The heart must what? Be sincere. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a hollow trunk. You got that? Okay, I think we're done. Is it Isha time or not yet? 5 minutes? Okay, let's go to some essay questions. Let me pick the hardest question. What are the dangers? Look at question number 8. What are the dangers of worshiping out of habit rather than sincerity Allah? Something that I just said. That, what? Okay, you get 2 lollipops. You can take one and donate one. Here you go. The tree will be what? The trunk of the tree will be what? Hollowed, empty. Why, look at question number 5. Why is reflection and reasoning encouraged in the Quran as a pathway to Iman? Why? What is the wisdom? No? Nobody knows the answer to that question? Why do you need reason and logic? Stronger attestation. Use the word attestation. Stronger tasdeeq. Stronger tasdeeq. No one is going to come and shake you. Yeah. Yeah, but, yeah, I mean, you could say that. What is the importance of both negation and affirmation in the kalima of Islam? No? I'm looking at you, man. You. Yes. No? Why is it important to negate and affirm? Your father used to be very good with that stuff, I'm telling you. May Allah have mercy on his soul. Huh. Why is it important to negate before you affirm? We explained that. Yes. Yes. You don't have? Then you build your faith on what? This attestation cannot be planted if you have arrogance, pride, blind imitation. Also, for you to plant it, you must negate. You must remove the belief or the existence or the recognition of any created to be a God. You must negate that. You must dismiss that. لا إكراه في الدين قد تبين الرشد من الغي فمن يكفر بالطاغوت ويؤمن بالله فقد استمسك بالعروة الوثقى لا انفصام لها. You must disbelieve in الطاغوت and believe in Allah. ما هو الطاغوت? What is الطاغوت? كل ما عبد مع الله راضيا. Every entity, every person who is worshipped beside Allah wanting that is طاغوت. So you must disbelieve in الطاغوت first before you believe in Allah. Are we done? Is Isha time? Okay, we got to save some more lollipops. Okay, everybody gets one. Just line up here, please. Oh, sisters, wait. When I'm done. Okay, here you go. Take with the right hand, please. With the right hand. With the right hand. No choices. You get what I gave you. Come on. You get what I gave you. All right. Thank you. Jazakallah khaira. Jazakallah khaira. Okay, here you go. That's called cheating. That's going to take your iman down. Your iman will go down. Okay, did you come before? Okay, here you go. Here you go. Okay, sisters, come please. Okay, just go distribute to the sisters, please. Just take one, please. If you take two, then your iman is going to go down because that's a sin. Yeah, take one for him, no problem.